YouTube! It's the festive season. Oh, you could have warned me. Everybody's throwing parties, including me. I'm going to show you a really, really great recipe that's a good all-rounder for all parties. It's a vegan sausage roll. Vegan sausage roll, you may ask? Yes, it's true. Instead of pork, we're using mushrooms. They give a really deep flavour to something that doesn't have any meat in it whatsoever. Let's get started. So I'm going to use a medium onion, 2 sticks of celery, and 2 nice fat cloves of garlic. I'm going to finely chop the onion, keeping the root on, and then just go through. And now for the garlic, back of the knife, wash. And it should pop out of the skin just like that. Chop, 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 chop. We're just going to chop up this celery as well. Guys, you don't need to worry about doing it all perfect. Right, so our celery, onions and garlic are chopped. Now we're going to put them in a pan. In this pan, I'm going to need a tablespoon of olive oil. My tablespoons are a little bit bigger than yours, but that's probably why my hips are a little bit bigger than yours too. We're going to add this. And what we want to do is we want to cook this until it's really soft and almost caramelised. So it usually takes about 8 to 10 minutes. Right, so this has been cooking for about 8 to 10 minutes. Come and have a look, my friends. If you look inside, you'll see that they're all lovely and soft now, and they're just starting to change colour. So that means they're just caramelising. Now we are going to add 500 grams of chestnut mushrooms, which have been finely chopped. Guys, if you've got a food processor, please, by all means. If you don't like chopping, you could even get the kids to grate them. It won't make any difference whatsoever. So in they go. So what we want to do is we want to make sure the mushrooms and the onions and the garlic and the celery are well combined. So the mushrooms have been in here for about a minute now, and as you can probably see, they're all melding together with the onions and the celery and the garlic, and it's all becoming one. This is the perfect point to add the rest of the ingredient. A nice tablespoon of Dijon mustard, which is going to add a little tiny bit of warmth, bit of depth of flavour, and a nice sweetness. So I'm going to mix that in, and then we're going to go in with 100 mils or a good generous splash of white wine. Don't worry about the alcohol content, my friends, because once this starts to cook and evaporate, all of the alcohol will disappear. You'll just be left with the beautiful flavour. Right, so we just need to let this simmer until all of the liquid is gone. And once the liquid is gone, we need to turn it off and leave it to one side to cool. Right, so our mixture's been cooling and there's no liquid in there. Now here, I've got some flat leaf parsley, which I'm just going to chop reasonably finely because we don't want big, massive leaves in our sausage rolls. And now I need some fresh thyme. And I'm literally just going to pull off the little teeny tiny leaves, pull, and the leaves will all come off like that. Get a nice mixing bowl, and into that I'm going to put my mushrooms, onions, celery and garlic. Straight into there with the parsley and thyme. And I've got 80 grams of fresh breadcrumbs. You can make them yourself. Literally with a bit of old bread in a food processor or in a grater. And now we're going to mix that all together and we're going to check it for seasoning. So mixy, 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 la 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 la. Taste. Okay, need some salt, and some pepper. Oh, that's so nice. So that's all mixed and combined and lovely. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this to one side. I'm going to clear down my surface because we are now going to make some sausage rolls. I have here 2 sheets of ready-made shop-bought puff pastry, which is suitable for vegans. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this in half lengthways. And then I'm going to brush the edges with some almond milk. Okay, so on one side of this pastry, I'm going to use 1/4 of this filling because we're going to do this 4 times. So it's important, guys, not to put too much filling because you won't be able to seal it, or when you do seal it, they'll just all explode when you put them in the oven. We're going to lift our pastry and fold it over. Then we're going to press it down around the filling. Can you see it becoming a sausage roll before your very eyes? And we're just going to use a fork to press the sides. This is a bit for decoration, but mainly to seal it. I'm going to brush it with a bit more almond milk to seal the sausage rolls together, and for the sesame seeds that I'm going to sprinkle on top. We're going to get 4 sausage rolls from each strip. Best way to do this equally is to go in half and then in half again. Now this baking sheet is non-stick, but just to be sure, I've put a bit of greaseproof paper on it as well. We want them to look beautiful. I'm going to now put these in the oven, 200 degrees, 400 degrees Fahrenheit or gas mark 6, for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until they're nice and golden and crispy and all puffed up and looking lovely. Imagine walking around at a party with a tray of these. You will be the most popular person there. They look incredible, they smell amazing. Wow, they are so good. The mushrooms give a real depth of flavour and make it taste really, really meaty. The pastry's all fluffy and crispy and just gorgeous, and then you've got the little nuttiness of the sesame seeds. Make sure you try them, they are incredible. And for this recipe, head over to jamieoliver.com and you'll find whatever it is you're looking for. In the meantime, subscribe to FoodTube, it is free. And if you fancy it, head on over to my channel and have a little look and see what I've been doing over there. But most importantly, my friends, have fun, enjoy yourselves, and happy cooking.